Less than a week after SpaceX's Dragon spacecraft departed the International Space Station, Soyuz MS-12 launched. A few hours later, it docked with the International Space Station, bringing the crew residency back up to 6. Here's a video of that launch.
So right now you're seeing the crew members riding up the elevator to enter into their Soyuz spacecraft. Where they...
Launch command issued for ignition.
Launch command has been issued. Second umbilical tower separated. Booster ignition.
Engine turbo pumps at flight speed. Engines at maximum thrust, lift off.
And liftoff. We have liftoff of Nick Hague, Christina Cook, and Alexei Ovchinin, now on their way to the International Space Station.
10 seconds, the parameters are nominal. This is Burlock 1, everything's nominal.
Good first stage performance so far. The Soyuz delivering 930,000 pounds of thrust from its 4 boosters and single engine. The first stage of the Soyuz measures 68 feet in length, 24 feet in diameter, burning liquid fuel for the first 2 minutes, 6 seconds of the flight.
Everything is nominal on board. The crew is feeling great. Seconds, the vehicle is stable. Copy all. This is Burlock 1. Everything is nominal on board. The crew is feeling very well.
One minute into the flight, everything looking good so far. The vehicle itself is now traveling at more than 1,000 miles per hour.
Is a nominal. Copy all. This is Burlock 1. Everything is nominal on board. The crew is feeling well.
As we lose sight of the vehicle, transitioning to an animation, everything looking good so far. This first stage with the 4 strap-on boosters will continue to burn until 1 minute 58 seconds.
80 seconds, everything is nominal. Copy all. The crew is feeling great, everything is nominal on board.
Good reports to the crew. About 10 more seconds of this first stage.
Thermal control system parameters are nominal. Copy all. Everything is nominal on board. The crew is feeling well.
Good call that the escape tower has been jettisoned. On time, the 4 booster separations have been confirmed. That core stage continuing on as the second stage. The launch shroud will be jettisoned at 2 minutes 37 seconds into the flight.
The crew is feeling great.
Soyuz vehicle traveling well over 3,000 miles per hour.
140 seconds. The launch vehicle parameters are nominal. Copy all. Everything is nominal on board.
Good core stage performance. The launch shroud has been jettisoned. The rocket is now at 48 miles high. Good separation of that second stage.
Second stage separation is confirmed. This is Burlock 1. I confirm that everything is nominal on board. The crew is feeling great.
We have good third stage
Third
separation.
stage separation is confirmed.
Stage cutoff and separation occurring.
Borlegs, congratulations on the insertion, orbit insertion. Mission Control Moscow is standing by, and they're here.
The cruise antenna has deployed at this time.
Borlegs, Moscow, how copy? Moscow, this is Berlik 1. Have you loud and clear?
At this time, all the antennas and solar arrays are
Third
deployed.
stage separation was nominal. Everything is nominal on board, and we are feeling great.
Here is a video of Soyuz MS-12 docking with the International Space Station just a few hours after launch.
The range is 225 meters, closing rate 04. Now we have roll.
Great views of the Soyuz itself from the high-definition cameras on the outside of the International Space Station. The space station itself right over the southern Pacific Ocean. Again, it's beautiful views as we're in an orbital daytime. We're expecting a sunset around 8:02 p.m. Central Time.
The range is 210 meters, closing rate 018. Burlak, you can...
You can see the Soyuz vehicle looking steady at this time. The vehicle itself is in station-keeping mode.
Copy.
Just under
So we are
200 meters from the International Space Station. Everything's looking good so far.
of the periscope on Bruce, and also headlight is activated, sending S-17 command. Copy. The headlight is on. ON. Copy.
And as you can hear that confirmed, you can see it yourself from the external high-definition viewing cameras.
Command. It's a go. Copy. 035024 pre-chow command was sent.
Ahead of the timeline, the crew of Soyuz MS-12, Alexei Ovchinin as the commander, issuing a final approach earlier than scheduled.
I'm observing the approach. It's now 197 meters. Its range 063 is the closing rate, and it is increasing. The time 035105. The range is 180 meters. Closing rate 085. I am observing the docking port on the Veska.
Good reports from the crew. The Soyuz itself under 160 meters at this time. Tracking a docking a bit earlier than scheduled. We were originally looking at 8:07 p.m. Central Time. We might be actually lucky enough to see the Soyuz dock a little bit before an orbital sunset.
The range is 130 meters. Closing rate 068. Copy. The time is 035227. The range is 114 meters. Closing rate 068.
Closing in at a rate of just under 0.7 meters per second. Soyuz about 100 meters away from the station at this time. Once it gets a little bit closer to the station, it'll slow down to about 1/10 of a meter per second. It's the speed that it'll have at the time of docking.
93 meters, closing rate 044.
Slowing down to less than half a meter per second at this time. Everything looking good. Soyuz and the International Space Station about to cross the terminator line. Still should have a little bit of sun illuminating the spacecraft.
The time 03:53:32. The range is 79 meters, closing rate 034.
Время 03:50.
03:53:58. The range is 70 meters, closing rate 034.
Soyuz slowing down to less than 1/3 of a meter per second at this time. Again, that final closure rate heading towards more of 1/10 of a meter per second.
The time is 03:54:28. The range is 60 meters. Closing rate 027.
Right in the crosshairs there is the Rosvia module attached to the nadir or the Earth-facing side of the FGB, the functional cargo block. On the Russian side, the first element of the International Space Station launched more than 20 years ago into space.
The time is 03:55:00. The range is 53 meters. Closing rate 023.
Less than 50 meters from the International Space Station at this time.
We have SSVP on the display, DS13, DS17, S11. We have SSVP docking system readiness message. Copy. The time is 03:55:48. The range is 40 meters. Closing rate 014. 14. The range is 51 meters, closing rate 015.
Good readouts from the crew. Again, we're tracking an early docking today of the Soyuz MS-12 vehicle to the International Space Station.
The crosses of the target are aligned.
Nighttime below, but still getting a little bit of sun illuminating the spacecraft.
The time 03:57:35. The range is 32 meters. Closing rate 015 meters per second. So you are looking, you're watching it through the periscope. Yes, the image is very stable. The crosses of the target are aligned with the electronic crosses. The range is 28 meters, closing rate 15 meters per second. The range is 24 meters. The range is 0.11 meters per second.
Now approaching that closure rate of 1/10 of a meter per second.
We cannot see the image. Please report verbally what is happening. The SSVP readiness has been confirmed. Copy. The range is 20 meters. The range is 0.11 meters per second. The crosshairs have been aligned. There is a slight misalignment with the electronic crosshairs. The range is 15 meters. Copy. Unintelligible. Copy. We can see the image. Visually, the range. Visually, the range is around 10 meters. The crosshairs are aligned. There is a slight misalignment with the electronic crosshairs.
We're in the final moments. Soyuz MS-12 and the 3 crew members aboard scheduled to dock early today. Everything looking good for docking earlier than scheduled.
The range is around 3 to 4 meters. The crosshairs are aligned.
Just around 3 meters away.
The range is around 2 meters.
Around 2 meters.
We are expecting contact.
Stand by for confirmation of contact and capture.
Contact is confirmed. We confirm the engaged flag and the mechanical connection flag. Docking mechanism is engaged.
And you heard it there, contact and capture. 8:01 p.m. Central Time. The International Space Station at the time was 255 statute miles just west off the coast of Peru.
From page 66, copy all. D9 is not illuminated. Copy. Can you please repeat, Moscow? Please select SSVP.
And just as the sun sets
Copy.
on the...
This was later followed by the opening of the hatch between the Soyuz and the International Space Station.
You are looking at a live view from the International Space Station as it passes over the Pacific Ocean into an orbital nighttime 258 statute miles over the South Pacific Ocean. The view is one of the high-definition external viewing cameras on board the International Space Station looking at the Soyuz MS-12. Inside the vehicle, 3 new crew members to join Expedition 59 aboard. They consist of Alexei Ovchinin, the Soyuz commander from Roscosmos. He has taken the journey flanked by 2 NASA astronauts, Nick Hague and Christina Cook. And Soyuz hatch is open. 10:07 p.m. Central Time. The International Space Station 254 statute miles over Bulgaria.
Tina, your turn.
With the assistance of Space Station Commander Oleg Kononenko, Christina Cook of NASA, the first one through the hatch, being greeted by her crewmates aboard the International Space Station. Her first trip to the International Space Station. Nick Hague of NASA, the next one through the hatch. A warm greeting by his Expedition 59 crewmates, and of course Soyuz Commander Alexei Ovchinin bringing up the rear. His second time aboard the International Space Station. The International Space Station crew back up to a population of 6.
If you liked this video, please press the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel, and also give it a thumbs up. You can also support this channel with a donation by using the link in the description.